Nope, that's not the right one. This is. Alright. Someone wanted to see some Arcane Crossfire in a YouTube comment, so we're gonna do a little Arcane Crossfire run. Because this is something I've thought about before. There's a couple of ways to, like, generate Arcane minions without having to have them as pets. And I think it'll be fun to just, like, generate a lot of Arcane minions and just slowly increase how many magic missiles we're firing. And there's a lot of fun equipment we could take that would also pair with that, if we find it. So let's do a little Crossfire! Yeah, it'll get caught up in the... So obviously we want magic missile. Doo-doo-doo. Ponty, hello there. But yes, the car stuff is always... It hurts. Cars make me anxious in a number of ways. Like, in the past, my car troubles have been relatively simple. Like, I've had to replace my serpentine belts. That's something I could do myself. I have not yet. We'll try it on stream. Like, I've had a squirrel rip out the insulation on my hood, and when I started my car, it got caught in the serpentine belt. And, like, serpentine belt got messed up, so I had to get a new serpentine belt and replace that. Easy enough. Was able to do that by myself. Well, I had some help. Mr. Abe Clancy helped me out. But we got in there, we replaced that serpentine belt. Like, me and Jimmy have done my oil. I've done my brakes with my dad. Like, I've never brought it into a shop before. I've always done it with my friends and family. We've gotten in there, we've gotten in. Hallucinogen Explorer Staff. Oh, that's so tempting. Anyway, for those that know, my family, as a birthday present, signed me up for Universal Yums, so I get snacks from around the world once a month. And this month is Greece, where Ponty is from. So I told Ponty, I have the food of your people here. And they said their recommendation out of this box is this guy, a grape cookie. Musto coloro. Probably didn't say that right. Well, grape cookie. Car companies are trying to make that illegal. That kind of stuff pisses me off. And that's not just car companies. Like, phone companies, most electronic companies, like, people don't want you to be able to fix your own stuff. They want you to have to go through exceedingly expensive proprietary things. Like, I got a relatively simple version of a VW, thankfully. I know someone else has one where, like, they got a flat, and they went to change their tire, and they found out there's proprietary fucking nuts on their tire on their VW. So, like, they couldn't even change their own tire. Like, when they called the dealership, they're like, yeah, you have to bring it in if you want new tires. That's like... that, like, just makes me angry. I can't remember, there's, like, a independent little phone company that does, like, little bric-a-brac, like, you just get modules that you could slide in out and replace easily. I respect those kind of companies. I know it's hard for them because people are drawn to brands. So, like, people think of their Apples and their Androids. But I respect that someone's out there trying. It's like a little donut. Musto Culoro. It's pretty tasty. It almost tastes like gingerbread more than anything else. Yeah, it's almost like spicy in like a gingerbready kind of way. I like it. The reason why hallucinogenic spore staff is tempting is there is a new item, but we don't know if we're going to see the new item that goes by poison damage. Well, let's re-roll. Because again, I'd rather find the new item and then pivot than take a different thing and pivot in the hopes of seeing the new item, you know? Alright. I think I want a portal key and a mana potion. That is a crowded room. Oh, because again, I've been losing my mind with this car stuff. I haven't replied to you in Discord, Ponty, but yes, Battlefield 6 ran. I didn't have any, like, nonsensey things about anything. It just turned on. I guess that's not true. At first it didn't turn on, but that's because I had to update my video drivers. I would 100% removing those lugs, yeah. Like, I do not care for that kind of stuff. Like, I've complained about Apple to my friend a lot because he has, like, Apple phone, Apple computer. And it's like, hey, can I borrow, like, a cable? And it's like, no, because I have these proprietary ones. Like, even their USB-Cs sometimes are, like an inverted USB-C. And it's like, what is this garbage? Come on. Secure boot. I don't know. I don't remember ever setting that kind of thing up, but maybe I did at some point. Or maybe it's just, like, default for whatever nonsense I have going on. I mean, it's Battlefields. If anything, like, newer Battlefield, it doesn't scratch the itch of older Battlefield for me. 1942 will always be the best Battlefields. Goddamn. Doot, 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 doot. These witches are making life a little complicated for me. Then we'll go to the trouble for a beta. God damn it. I might die. I may have come to a bad place. Yep, yep. Just to other the others. I mean, we might need to grab something just to help us through a little bit here. Like, even a fireball just to take out multiple ghosts at a time. I don't like going off theme, but let's just be smart here. Play smart. Don't play dead. Alright, no more witches. Which means this ghost is toast. Had I refused to take fireball, we probably would have died. I should have just done it when I first started. But yeah, anything like that, anything like anti-consumer, just makes me angry. Like, as someone that rather enjoys the game design principles of Nintendo, like, I've always enjoyed the Marios. The new Donkey Kong looks very good. That said, the policies around the Nintendo Switch 2, even though they are basically the same as other companies at this point, like, the Xbox and the PlayStation are similar in there. You don't own these things, you're just leasing these things. But Nintendo's insistence on bricking a console remotely is like, I don't think I need this console. Stuff like that's just, it's bad. It's bad and shouldn't be rewarded. No judgment, again, if you enjoy your Switch 2, I ain't blaming you. It's a personal matter for me. But goddamn. I have not tried Bonanza, but I've watched other people play it on the Twitches and the YouTubes. And it looks like a lot of fun, but like, again. Goddamn. Why wouldn't you want to pay $80 for a 25-year-old game? Yeah, I enjoy, like, the jokes you see of, like, my son drew this picture of Mario, but Nintendo's lawyers showed up, and now we're in court. Just like, goddamn, guys. There's, like, such a weird disconnect between, like, the whimsical joys of their games and the business side of that company. It is bonkers to me. I'll save my key. We'll just re-roll here. One day I hope to try out the Bonanza, but not now. just to out myself a little bit based on your joke, Cthulhu. Like, I'm gonna be picking up the Final Fantasy Tactics remaster, because I do love that game so much. I will pay a full price for a very old game, I'll do it. But that's just because I love Tactics so much. We make things to make families happy. We also probably fought the Yakuza. This looks fine. So, to talk about what we're doing, the upgrade we're going to be doing is Arcane Crossfire. When you cast Magic Missile, 4 additional missiles are fired from arcane allies in line of sight of the target. And that number can go up, so we're definitely going to try and up that as much as possible, so we're looking for finger 6s. All kinds of fun stuff. Why? We've already seen, like, a bit of the remaster, so, like, that's not happening. They did the same with Dragon Quest III, yeah? Can't remember if, like, I don't think there's any functional difference between it. It's really just, like, aesthetics. What allies are going for? Alright, I was talking about this. So. Just the words. Oh, well, something like that doesn't matter. As long as it plays the same, that's all that matters to me. But, as far as Arcane Crossfire goes, I kind of like the idea of, like, not even taking pets. I like the idea of going for... First off, we have... My brain will kick in. Where are you? Glittering Dance. Glittering Dance. So basically, when we cast 3 arcane spells in a row, we'll get a translocation spell back, and we generate 2 fairies for free. So that's one way. I like the idea of just casting spells and having fairies pop up to help me shoot. And then the other thing is going to be Fey Haunt Garden. Yes, you guessed. That way, based on the damage we're doing, we also generate Butterflies. That way, like we could do Fey Court. But I kind of like the idea of, like, having the minions show up as a result of us casting spells. Not us generating minions to cast our spells. Seems like a fun way to go about it. And then Guardian Gnomes actually seems like a really good grab for this one. Or Feyflies. Feyflies would work as well. We just want to have stuff pop into existence, casting our Arcane Crossfire for us. At some point, I really do want to sit down, write a little script about the upcoming remaster and make a video about it, because I have my Remasterpiece Theater episode on Final Fantasy Tactics, and I feel like now that we're actually getting the remaster, it'd be fun to kind of talk about my thoughts on it, what I think they're going to do with it, any surprises we might expect, and then when it actually comes out, put out a nice little review about it. Because, God, I love Tactics. Like, that's going to be a thing in September. We will be going through Final Fantasy Tactics. Starwall? Maybe. We might do Starwall. Problem is we can't cast spells while we're channeling Starwall. Why do I say Starwall? Starwhale. We won't be able to cast spells while we're channeling Starwhale. If I start here, I can work my way down. Who comes out of these Displacer Beasts? I might want to start... No, I want to be up here. Anywhere down here, we're gonna get poisoned for sure. Up here, we could work our way through. Do-do-do. Gallagher's Wondrous Wall. You die anyway. Just gonna let it happen. According to some posts on Reddit, the new Final Fantasy Tactics remake won't include the changes the previous Final Fantasy Tactics remake. The original remaster, i.e., not so much a remaster as it was the PSP port, which did have some stuff in there. I'd be curious to see, because they did mention, like, there is a toggleable mode. Like, you can swap between it being the OG version or having the newer version's dialogue. I'm a fan of the new version's dialogue, which is kind of Old English inspired, but I know there are folks out there that are not so much into it. But I thought it was a more faithful translation. Like, the story just made a lot more sense that way. Whether or not we will see the Unite the Dark Knight, and that would also, I assume, include stuff like Cloud Strife's cameo, if you do that secret quest. I imagine it'll be in there, because if they're including the newer cutscenes from the PSP release, they're including the dialogue from the PSP. Sorry, not Cloud. What's his name? The guy from Final Fantasy 12. I don't remember his name. As someone that still hasn't played 12, and I know I'm supposed to. I'll get to it. I will play 12. I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name. Final Fantasy 12 dude cameo. Regardless, if they have all the other stuff from the PSP release in there, I would be shocked if they didn't include the Onion Knight and the Dark Knight. Not that I'm not a huge Onion Knight fan, but the Dark Knight was a fun one. It was fun getting Ygraph's various abilities on a character, even though it's hard to unlock. But it ain't like as bad as Mathematician. Probably should have taken a spell. Finger 6! That is tempting. I think I'll take the Finger 6. The more targets, the better, right? Question is, are we gonna take... Glittering Dance right now? Like, we need something that's going to generate minions to get us started. Feyhaunt Garden being 6 is a little pricier. Arcane Crossfire only costs 3. I think I will take Glitter Dance first. We don't have a translocation spell yet, but we will. I gotta look up his name. It's gonna slowly eat away at me. Final Fantasy 22. No, that's a little high. Balthier. Balthier? Balthier? That guy. That man. He's the one. I might take Crossfire right away. Like, I could start here, use one of my teleporters that I have 3 of, pop over here. And then we could start with the Crossfire action. Wouldn't expect anything less than Violent Warp for this run. Violent Warp would see a lot of value going on, because every time a magic missile goes off, one of our buddies can do it. It is a smart play. Expensive, but it's a good one. Arcane Crossfire. God damn it, I hate gnomes. And I'm blind. Well, that's no good. That is a problem. And I have no healing. Ah, there we go. Thankfully, the crossfire is working out. None of the spawners are for gnomes, right? Thank God. And the fairies heal me. Good work, team. As someone that does not want to be blind right now, do what must be done. Yeah, fairies. Yeah, fairies. And I'm out of fireballs. Just one more teleporter. After 3 months of padding, he claimed to be a longtime fan of the game. The first thing he said was, there appears to be a new automatic mode. I wonder how many people... Because this happens to me sometimes. Like, I will play a game, I will go through the entire thing, and I will not know that there was a feature that other people took for granted the entire time they were playing it. And I wonder, like, how many people went through all of Tactics without ever going through and saying, like, alright, this character, I want you to behave automatically based on these things. Because, like, that's in there. You could set properties. Oh, by the way, I got the little skull guy. I finally finished dremeling the hole the appropriate size. So now we have a little skull joining us now. We have dinosaurs, emotions, hands, and a skull. Because there are definitely people that went through Tactics and never knew, like, that you can get someone's faith so high that they leave your party forever. Or that you can get someone's bravery so low that they leave your party forever. Stuff like that is easy to not know about. A word! I definitely have one of those set up. Alright, your word hint is... I guarantee you that many, many, many of you definitely suffer from this, as do I. 13 health, that's 2 fireballs, they're gonna blind me. I think the next thing I'm going to take will be a translocation spell, because I'm about to use another teleport just so I have some time to deal with these problems.
You all remember what to do whenever anyone says
there
this
it
word,
is.
right?
Anxiety.
That's right. Scream real loud.
Crushing, crippling anxiety. Wearing us down. Fireball. I can give you chaos, increase radius. Can't make you into a arcane spell, sadly. Alright, no choice but to mana potion, yeah. That's partially why we definitely want to get, we want to get a translocation spell going. Yeah. Alright, we get 3 fairies now because we cranked up number of summons. And we get more targets off of our Arcane Crossfire because we got our Finger 6. So Finger 6 is definitely a priority target for us. And I think I will Mana Potion here. And by Mana Potion, I mean Portal Key. Again, I'm partially losing my goddamn mind here. Lightning Staff, Blade Staff, Crisis Charm. This is looking like a reroll. Let's have another bite of this muscat cookie. Not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Yeah, not gonna do it. No. No. Not doing it. Not another explosive spore manual run. But a duplication shrine for another finger 6. That I can get behind. Three over here, huh? I'm a little concerned because Frostbew. I do not have any more teleports. But these guys, because they heal me, does let us power through a little bit. Something I've been thinking about is, when it comes to the boss modifiers, I wonder if it would be better... Nah, they're fine. Like, it's weird when you get a Frostbew thing and they don't gain, like, an ice creature's weakness to fire. Like, this guy gained 100% ice resist, but he didn't gain a weakness to fire. But they are supposed to be more challenging. So it's probably fine that they don't gain the weakness. It's not until he reaches this spot that I need to worry. Kind of want to just duplicate finger 6 and immediately start generating fairies. Like 3 magic missiles and we'll be good to go. And I do have something I need to shoot 3 times right there. One, 2, 3. God damn it. Oh, I'm quite fearful here. They're 75% immune to magic missile. They could freeze me. Thankfully, they don't hit that hard with their melee. And they are blocking the snakes from getting to me. So if I could just power through this man... Oh, 2 more right here. Oh, God. And I don't have any heal potions. This is probably a bad choice to come here. With 0 spell points. I have no pivoting point here. But this is our warm-up. So dying is fine, I suppose. Yeah, 2 shields. Hyper screwed here. I just need to make fairies happen. But they're interrupting my ability to do it. I can't cast a 3rd spell in a row because their cooldown is 2. Exactly, this is the warm-up run. Alright. With the warm-up out of the way. As always, probably need to have a stable base before we jump into, like, the concepts. Or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Alright. The name of the game is Arcane Crossfire. Taking spells that generate minions and having them shoot me. Not me. Shoot my opponents. So magic missile's gonna be important. I can feel the coffee slowly kicking in. Stable base of a nerd, right? This music isn't about being safe. It's about rushing the objective. Oh yeah, has anyone else tried the Battlefield 6 beta? Yeah, Disperse is probably a good one. Take that earlier. I was saying earlier, but I really like Battlefield 1942. Like, that's the ideal Battlefield game. And the newer Battlefields, I feel like they're geared towards speed too much. Like, they play more like Call of Duty games. Like, Battlefield 1942, it was a slower experience. Like, it was about slowly pushing forward. Like, you had time to really, like, marinate in your character, get some fun stuff going on. And the new one is just, you die every 5-10 seconds, and everyone, it's not just me, like, everyone's dying rapidly. It's a very, like, go, 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 go kind of game. Like, again, it feels more like Call of Duty. And I wonder if that's, like, the point? But I really miss, like, Battlefield 1942 was a little squad getting in a Jeep, driving for, like, a couple of minutes to get somewhere, getting into a firefight. It felt good. I like a bit more methodology to what I'm doing in these kind of games. Bored senseless by first-person shooter games in general. That's fair. Like, the genre, I'm not, like, a huge fan of it myself. I used to play a lot of them when I was younger, and I still pop in from time to time. Like, I love Helldivers 2, but that's a very different experience. Let's reroll. Again, if we could find neat stuff, I want neat stuff. Silver Melt, Ember Maker. I'll take an Ember Maker for now. Like the AAA FBI. Yeah, there's a free, like, open beta right now. I assume to, like, you know, test the servers. So I tried that last night, and I just played, like, one game of it. And I think the most fun I had, I tried all the classes, is the medic. Like, everything else is just either run forward and die if you are assault or engineer. If you're a medic, it's more about, like, strategically hiding behind a thing, getting some kills occasionally, and, like, trying to rescue everyone else. And being a sniper in that one, my god. Like, if you look through your scope, enemy snipers are not hidden. Like, there's no, like, sniping in the older ones was a game of, like, cat and mouse. This one, you look through your scope, and it's like a giant lens flare. Like, you cannot miss enemy snipers, and they can't miss you. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Sniper Elite I find really fun, because that's a game about planning. Like, more of that... You spend more time in Sniper Elite, like, tagging enemies and planning out where your shooting order will be and what your escape route will be and how you're going to move forward after you take your shot. Like, Sniper Elite's fun. It's like a strategy game. Sniping in the new Battlefield is... It has, like, really nice sound effects. Very, very deep, loud reports on the guns. Very satisfying in that regard. But ultimately, it's just, again, like... Everyone's alive for like 10-15 seconds, and you respawn. Really, it's Call of Duty. I'm not a huge fan. I miss 1942. They made it so they can't just camp. So it's shoot and move, shoot and move. Yeah, I don't mind shoot and move, but like I feel like that's how it was in the older ones too. Because in the old games, like you didn't create a giant lens flare. But, like, when you take your shot, you hit one dude, everyone else is, like, looking for you at that point. So you still had to kind of shoot and move. But I suppose, yeah, like, it is anti-camper. But everything about it feels like it's built for speed. I like luxuriating in my game. Did you play it, Krath? What are your thoughts? Tell me what you thought. I only played one round. I'll play more before I really... before I really solidify my opinions. God damn it, Boggarts, with your 75% resistance. That said, I probably still need to take Fireball, just so I can deal with people. Yeah, I'm gonna need Fireball. Or what if I take something I can make Arcane, right? Can't make you Arcane. We can make Lightning Bolt Arcane. We can make Lightning Bolt Arcane. I don't think we could do it to you. We can't do it to you. Maybe? No, we can make you Lightning. Can't make you Arcane. And I don't think we can make you Arcane. Yeah. Stupid booger's so annoying. Like, I just want to focus on the plan, the builds. But we must be alive for the plan to work. Stop sharing your drinks. Like, Krath, I know you play more, you play a lot more, games that are more in line with, Battlefield. I.e. first-person shooters. Team-based first-person shooters. I know I was talking about Lightning Bolt, but Fireball, I just wanted that good AoE damage. So I would be curious to hear what you thought about it. You've yet to play it, but watch it a bit. I mean, if you download it, I'll play with you. We could squad up. Now, Silken Links. Oh, never mind, Star Blesser. As much as Silken Links are good, this is the real winner. Alright, run is over. We've got it. We have the wands. Boop, 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 boop. I want to start with Star Blaster, but let's be serious. We'll be surrounded quickly. Yeah. Do 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 do. I imagine, like many things, it will be more fun if I'm playing with somebody. Like, just quietly playing by myself. Like, it has, like, when you're starting a round, it has, like, the Fortnite screen, where it's like, this is where your squad stands. Which is weird, because it's a game about, you know, like 60 versus 60. Star Blesser, for every 40 points of damage we do with Arcane, yeah, 40 points of damage we do with Arcane spells, Heavenly Blast will be cast on a random enemy. And we can make this do ridiculous nonsense later on. It'll be waves of damage spreading across the level. How's it going, Creedmoor? How do you like He Is Coming? I know you've been playing that. I might be mildly addicted to He Is Coming. Like, I had to wrestle the meth pipe away from me, so to speak, when I was starting this stream. I was like, what if we just start with He Is Coming? But if I would have done that, it would have been 8 hours of He Is Coming. I know that. I know it in my bones. You beat Leshen? Well done. Well done. The swamp is rough. I look forward to trying it out. I streamed it for like 8 hours, and I didn't beat Leshen. I would get really into like a build I was doing and not really consider the fact that I have to beat the boss when the boss shows up. Like, I would just be like, this is fun, I'm gonna really lean into the bombs I got here, and it's like, these bombs will not do 100 damage before Leshen mashes me into garbage. You should play He's Coming, we stream for 10 hours, it might happen. I would like to do a little, like, I don't know... I know Super Hubba was saying it's unclear if Alias will be around today, but that was like an hour ago I saw that. Do. Oh. Hold on, I got a BRB. Yeah. Like, I played Cleanfall. We did the super early access, like, pre-release, like, I was sent, like, a key before it was even a demo, so, like, I had fun with that. I'd be curious to check out more. What didn't you like about War for the Overworlds? I didn't dislike it, it just didn't grab me like Dungeon Keeper did. Like, mechanically, it was fine, but there was something about the tone of Dungeon Keeper that, like, I like the vibes of Dungeon Keeper a lot, and I haven't played Dungeon Keeper in a long time, so, like, I don't know. Maybe I won't like Dungeon Keeper if I try it again, but, like, it was the vibes. Like, having the, you know, building a little succubus camp and waiting for the heroes to come in there. Oh yeah, I love Dungeon Keeper. I played a lot of Dungeon Keeper as a kid. Yes, Pulatro does look fun. Diamond Ice Snare from a Wishing Well broke it a little. I had a build yesterday that was every time I take damage, I heal. Every time I heal, I gain shields. I had lose a health, generate 2 shields. So, like, I would get into a fight, and I would just be generating more shields than the enemies could do damage, because I would start with, like, you know, a little frostbite. It was a fantastic build. And that was, yesterday I was just playing a little by myself, and, like, it was a good setup. Anyway, I got a BRB for 1 second. I was checking to see if, like, there was information about Alias being available today, and instead I found out that there is a snack I need to try in the other room. I'll be back in 1 second. Also, how's it going, Chilisus? Chilicious. BRB. Do. Look who's come crawling back. Alright, we got Tteokbokki gnocchi. Gnocchi with tteokbokki sauce on it. The Twitch one was trying to use EA launcher. Yeah, I just went to the website and they're like, what version do you want? I was like, I guess Steam. And then I realized I could just go on Steam and click the button on there. Interesting. A strange fusion. Now that Andrew's free of his soul-crushing job he hated, he's back into doing weird fusion recipes. Which is an absolute win for me. My recent weird fusion recipe. Chicken tiki masala macaroni and cheese, incredible. My god, it works so much better than you think it would. Oh, delightful. Good for him, yeah. See, I thought it worked pretty well too, but it works even better than that. Like, it was incredible. Like, not as surprised. I've done like weird mac and cheeses. I think the one that surprised me the most is probably sorry, spicy. What was the one that surprised me the most? God damn it. My brain. Oh, yakisoba. Yakisoba mac and cheese. That was a weird one, but it was very tasty. Yes. Bag of spikes is always good. Might just use it. Nah, we can get through this. That's good yaki. Alright, there's only so many of these guys. But they are the annoying ones. I think I will use Bag of Spikes. Bag of Spikes will basically do this for me. Yeah, you go get them, Spikes. I'm gonna, like, just collect stuff. Alright. We have a portal key. I got my Star Blaster. We're looking for a miniaturization shrine at this point, or just finger sixes. Do I want a portal key? I have 5. I think we'll do Violent Warp first. That way we have a means of protecting ourselves, moving things away. Then we take our little fairy generator. And then Arcane Crossfire. So this costs 3, this costs 1, I need 4 for that, and then 4, so we just need 8 more points. I won't portal key yet, I'll just do a normal reroll. Finger 6, okay. Alright. It's gnomes. I hate them. That said, I can now grab Violent Warp right away. Which means this is no longer as scary. Violent Warp, please. I don't like you. Leave my sight. Alright, what are you, lightning? Slimy, why, God, why? Why did I break his legs? God damn you. Because he owed you money? Oh, we got you. We got you now, you jerk. We want to get them before they heal through the damage. There we go, alright. Beauteous. Then we got Finger 6. Realm 5. So from here on out, we'll start seeing shrines. So this is where I want to portal key. We are hoping to see Robe of the Void is one thing I want. A miniaturization shrine is definitely something I want. Alright, alas. So the question is, where do I want to go? Twilight's here. Does reincarnate, but not the worst thing in the world. This place looks fine. We'll probably go here. Don't want those spells, don't want those spells. Flame Maws are arcane resistant. So, nope, not going there. Also fire resistant. Literally everything I'm currently rocking, they are immune to. This looks fine. Fine to me. I will start up here. What do we got? Ogre spawners, bomb. That's it, just 3 spawners. Not too bad. And the Lich is a bummer, but not that big of a deal. Welcome! Alright, Glittering Dance. 1, 2, 3. Alright, Crossfire is coming up next. But we generate plenty of fairies. They will keep me well and truly healed. I want that heart. Yeah, come here. Yeah, fairies. Get rid of that. What do you have? 13? And he's dead? Alright. Ah, Glitter Dance, you're so good. And once we have Crossfire, we just generate something to shoot our bullets for us. Which is awesome. Alright, team. Move out! Fairy Team 6. Multicolored Rage Rod. And the nice thing about Star Blaster is usually you like buying the spell that the thing casts for you, so you can upgrade it. Heavenly Blast upgrades are not that worthwhile. Like, spend 3 so we can make temporary spirits. Allies gain shields. Like, sometimes you want these things, but not right now. We don't need to worry about buying the spell and upgrading. Re-roll. Arcane Helm. More range, 25% more damage, a little resistance. I think that's an alright hat. Fey Large Worm Balls, only half resistance. Ooh, if I start over here. See, with Disperse, we generate our fairies really quick. Arcane Crossfire. Because it's like, how many times are we going to cast it? We're going to cast it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 casts. Yeah. I might even bring this down to, like, normal speed so we could really appreciate. Bang, bang! Just watching our little holy spells fly over. Watching our little team, our crack team of fairies, just launch their own copies of spells. God damn. So, like, if we don't kill them when we disperse them, the fairy team taking extra shots will probably do it. We're just gonna be in a sea of fairies the whole way through. Only half resistant Arcane, huh? That must suck for you. Disperse! At some point, we will need to do a slime run just to test the new changes to AI. Because in theory, the game will no longer, like, become a snail's pace. When we cover the screen in little slime buddies. Yeah. Having a firing squad with me is really good. Shocking no one. Like, normally, I'm a Ricochet man. I love Ricochet. But this is like having your own version of Ricochet, where just fairies do the work. The only problem is I can't shoot around corners like with Ricochet, and I do love doing that. Do-do-do-do. Hold on a second. Furnace Hounds are Demon Fire and Metallic. Hounds can cast your magic missile spell. I wonder if they become Arcane. It says adds the Arcane tag, but I'll add it to Furnace of Sorcery. I don't think the dogs become Arcane. If we could somehow make it so the dogs are Arcane, that would be a loop. We need a jar for Fae. Ah, but it wouldn't work. No, it would, because the minions wouldn't have it. Yeah, yeah. We need like a jar fairy. Jarred fairy item. We might have to run that test. If the dogs in fact get the Arcane tag, a dog shooting a magic missile would cause other dogs to shoot a magic missile. Either way, like if we generate fairies and a dog shoots a magic missile, the fairies should, in theory, also shoot magic missiles. Furnace of Sorcery might be a fun grab here. Reroll. Portal key is pretty nice. Take a portal key. %, is fine. Liches are annoying, but fine. Nice to open up with a disperse just to generate fairies to get us started, you know? Yeah, we've done a lot of psychic seedling stuff recently, so I'm not looking to do more of that. Those flawless runs were heavy on the seedlings. Some discs would also be nice. Just make it so our radius is huge. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Also, duration. Minion duration. 10 turns is the current. We want to crank that up. Let's portal key. Still hoping for that miniaturization shrine. Reroll. Living Emberstone, Silken Links. If we find nothing else, Silken Links are a winner. And Silken Links it is. Immune Arcane, what a bummer. All the same, Silken Links are too good to pass up. The eyeballs, we have our fireball. I can't remember if these have an attack that is non-arcane. Nope, just arcane. We need, what, 2 more spell points for the next one? Yeah, 6. That would solve it. Feyhunt Garden. These little guys will do lightning damage. Alright. Get out of here, everybody. Disperse some butterflies out there to do work. Yeah. I think I will crank it back up to fast, at least. Just a middle ground. I want to be able to see all my various spells going off, but I also don't want to wait too long for the enemies to shoot all their projectiles. Alright, turn Feyhunt Garden back on. And disperse. Damn eyeballs. But the butterflies are doing good work with their lightning bolts. Alright, spawners, I would like to remove you from existence. Right there. And I don't think I could see it. Nope, one more step this way. Oh, by the way, the movie Weapons, excellent. Do recommend. It is less of a direct horror movie and more of like a mystery thriller. It is quite good, though. I really liked Barbarian, and I was pretty confident I was going to like Weapons, so I'm not too surprised to report that I like Weapons quite a bit. And as I pointed out in the Discord, it always amuses me to remember and remind others that the creator of Barbarian and Weapons is Zach Kreger. Zach from Whitest Kids You Know, like my favorite sketch comedy group. Like, I'm always just tickled about that. Having, like, seen interviews with him, his writing process is very, like... It explains why his movies are like they are. He's the kind of writer that sits down and is just like, alright, so... what's the story? The story is a kid telling a story. But what's the story? There's an empty classroom. There's only one kid in it. All the kids disappeared. Like, the story just starts and he just goes until it's done. Weapons only has 95% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Sure you want to stake your reputation on the line endorsing it? Like, I'm glad it's so well received. Like, Barbarian was a trip. Like, I watched Barbarian without knowing anything about it. Like, I didn't even know he made Barbarian. It was just like, let's watch a horror movie. It's Halloween-y times. Let's turn on Barbarian. I've heard Barbarian's fun. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, it's such a weird, fun movie. And then I found out he made it. I'm like, oh. So I've been Weapons was my most anticipated movie of the year so far. Like, I've been bouncing on my seat like, come on, come on, come on, come on, Weapons, come on, come on, come on. So very pleased that I enjoyed it. I guess my next anticipated movie is the Insane That It Happened remake of The Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage as Toxie. Like, that just sounds like a lie. It sounds like a lie when you're like, oh yeah, no, they remade The Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger, the titular Toxic Avenger. It's like, what? What did you say? But it's true! So, like, I have to see that. Like, that's unexpected. And it looks like it definitely sounds fake, but man, do I want to watch, right? And if you watch the trailer, like, you could tell they respect the source material. Like, it is practical effects, it is gooey and gross. Didn't want fast hand gloves? I like them, but, like, it's not really an item-heavy run so far, to the point where, like, we have 6 mana potions. Like, fairies heal me. I'm not too worried about needing items. Especially, like, our opening moves on smaller levels are erase most of the level. Oh, I forgot to Fey Hunt! Whoops! Sorry, I didn't mean to lock you. What? Oh, they have tunneling. I was like, what's going on here? Wrathlinks. We are doing some lightning, and we are doing some holy. Wrathlinks actually kind of works here. Chalice of the Warp. I think I'll take the Wrathlinks. Completely arcane resistant, but again, we have our team. Damn it, the fear face will see me if I start there. God damn it. I need, like, a place where I won't get feared immediately. Damn it. Really? Up here? Well, that works, alright. Just need to generate some butterflies. Really want Wrathlings that bad? Like, it's an inconvenient level, but ultimately I think we're gonna be fine. Like, I am confident this will end up a fairly powerful builds. Even with the annoyance of fear faces. Just gonna generate some butterflies. Come on, give me line of sight. Yeah. Do 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 do. Yeah, Tox Avenger comes out like in a week or two, right? Like it's August. I don't remember when in August. And then Tron Ares is way later in October. Ba boo da ba boo da ba. I have not seen the Naked Gun remake yet, have you? Quark, what's going on? Happy Sunday, Quark. 3, 2, 1. Just had to go and silence me. Theater's so far away. Alright, this does annoy me. I also hope it's good. Andrew saw it and Andrew said it was good. Like, not, you know, original good, but good. God damn it. No. Not sure it's gonna be original, it's a remake. Do 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 do. Damn it. He's a lot more forgiving than I am when it comes to certain movies, and a lot less forgiving about others. Like, he enjoyed Fantastic Four more than I did. Like, I didn't dislike Fantastic Four, but I thought it was... to use the two superhero movies that came out at the same time. Superman was all story and very little plot. Like, it was very uninterested in, like, plot beats and more interested in, like, the characters and the actual things happening. And then Fantastic Four was just, like... plot, no story. Like, to the point where it opens with, like, a montage of time passing, and that never stops. Like, it's constantly just time jump, time jump, time jump, and, like, it's moving to get plot points going. And it's less interested in, like, the story it's telling, more interested about getting through plot beats. It is easily the best Fantastic Four movie ever made. The bar is not high, but that's true for Superman as well. I'm not a big fan of any of the Superman movies that come out, but I like this Superman. It's definitely the best Fantastic Four movie. In my opinion. But I thought it was interesting, like, holding them up side by side, like... Is it better than Fast and Furious 4 or Fast 4? Alright, you got me there. Fast 4 was the first Fast and Furious movie that, like, won me over and was, you know... It got me into the ridiculousness that is that franchise, because that's magic. That's a fantasy series for people that really like cars. And I don't care about cars, but I'm in it for the fantasy. Like, Fast and Furious is a series where a man driving a car shoots a grappling hook out of his car to, like, hook onto the other side of a cliff. And then, you know, Tarzan's a car across a canyon, then lands and drives the car again. That's fantasy. What would you say is the worst Superman movie, and why is it Batman vs. Superman? I mean, yes. That is the worst Superman movie. Although, some of the, like, Superman was it? Like, Superman, is it 4, I want to say? It might be maybe the worst one? But the one with Richard Pryor is also pretty bad, but it's also kind of silly. I don't remember those very well, but I don't remember ever really enjoying those movies. think I might reroll, although a disc would be kind of nice. It would improve my radius on these two bad boys. We'll take a look at the level. Alright, that's a pretty easy level. Maybe I will take the disc. Like, radius is a pretty big part of what we're doing. I bet Dominic Toretto's battery management system is very good. He'd be pacing around 20 seconds. In that universe, yes. I feel like in, and again, this is a conversation I've had before, I think on stream, but it might have been like in person at this point with other people. But Batman and Superman are both interesting in the sense that they are characters that have been around for so long. Huh, Pix, what's going on? They've been around for so long that like every version of them exists. Like a Batman that kills people, there's a comic book version of him that does that. Angry Superman that isn't like a paragon of virtue, that exists. There's comics of that. It really depends on like what age you got into comics or like what your source of these characters is. And like for me, I got into Batman and Superman from the cartoons, so like that's my version. So I really enjoyed this Superman movie because that's closer to Soviet Superman. Superman with crime-fighting gadgets? Probably. Like, so many different interpretations of these characters exist. Like, they're super old at this point. But like, I like Batman the Animated Series. That's the version of Batman I like the best. And like, the Superman that shows up in that animated universe is pretty close to the version we got in this movie, where he's, you know, a kind-hearted individual that just wants to do right by other people. So like, those are always my versions. That's what I like. But your mileage may vary depending on like when you got into these characters. Oh. That said, I have like no horse in the the Fantastic Four. Like, I've never read those comics. I have never seen any of their like cartoon appearances. I have seen the movies because I just watch movies. So out of all the movies I've seen, this Fantastic Four is probably the best, you know, Fantastic Four movie I've seen. But it was still a fairly dry affair in my opinion. But still great to just watch Ralph Ineson as a giant alien force stomping around. I love that man. I love listening to the 37 rocks that are in his throat rumbling around as he talks. I heard Fantastic Four was not good. I wouldn't say it wasn't good. Like, it was fine. Like, most of my complaints with it are the pacing. Again, like, it opens with a montage, and it feels like all the most interesting and fun stuff happens off-screen in the montage. To the point where, like, a character that's fairly important is mentioned in a montage. And it's like, I kind of wish I had, you know, met that character in scenes, as opposed to just, like, a newspaper article that flies by. Fantastic Four would make a very good television show, like a real television show, not a Marvel long movie TV show. Yes. It is entirely montage, yes. Like, the entire way through. Like, it made it hard to feel like I had any connection to what was going on. And, like, that was my main criticism. Yes, The Incredibles is the best Fantastic Four movie. Like, that's an easy line to draw. Her plot was non-existent. I would actually argue the problem was that it wasn't that plot was non-existent. It was that story was non-existent. Like, all it was plot points, to the point where, like, they would just skip over in a time jump to get to the next plot point. Jonathan Hickman's take on Fantastic Four is probably the best. It's not an origin story at all, and it might not make a good movie, but it's very good sci-fi family books. Like, that's what I wanted. Like, I prefer more story-driven, more character-driven stuff. Like, I just wanted to, like, sit back and exist in the world with these people as they encountered problems and solve those problems. But instead, it's like a series of montages and time jumps to get from one plot point to the next plot point. And, like, there's a few nice little character moments, but, like, they're happening through time jumps. So, like, I don't feel like I'm taking a journey with these people. Again, it wasn't bad. Like, I've seen bad movies. It was okay. Like, very middle of the pack when it comes to, like, Marvel movies. It wasn't up with the really good ones, but it wasn't down with, like, the dregs, the bad ones. It was just in the middle, solidly in the middle. Which is really not what you're looking for when it's like, this is it, you know, we're introducing Marvel's first family nonsense. You're forgetting to spend your SP. It's not that I'm forgetting, I just haven't needed to. Like, we got a very nice thing going right now. Let's go straight for Feihan Garden upgrade. Like, we just want to generate more minions to shoot our spell point, our magic missiles, really. Like, this is an Arcane Crossfire run. When we first cast it, we get 6 garden gnomes. And the gnomes are not temporary minions, and they generate little twiggies. I'm already mad at Marvel making a horseshit X-Men movie. Did they make an X-Men movie? Did I miss an X-Men movie? Here's the thing would cost a lot for a TV show, Krath. It's another 2+ hour superhero movie. It is actually, I think, a flat 2 hours. No, I'm already mad. Oh, I see. It hasn't happened yet, but you're already mad at it. That's fair. But yeah, that's usually the problem with TV show, is like, for this kind of stuff, you need the budget. But yes, like, I would love to talk about weapons. But for anyone that's seen Barbarian, this Zach Kreger, the creator, these are movies that are not good. You can't talk about them. A lot of the fun of both Barbarian and Weapons is the journey of discovery as the viewer. Like, especially Weapons. Weapons is very much a mystery movie, and it's formatted like a mystery movie, and the way it's put together is stellar. Like, it's done not so much in chapters, but it's done via character points of view. Like, you start this movie, it gives you the opening to get you situated, and then from that point forward, it will just have a title card of a person's name, and you kind of get their perspective for a chunk of story, and then you will go to another character that overlaps there, and it builds on itself so well, to the point where, like, a dramatic or scary thing will happen from one person's point of view, but you don't get the resolution until you get to a different character later on. And it's great. Again, I recommend Weapons. I wanna talk about it, but I can't because it would spoil the hell out of everything. They must come out when they do.
Hello
so,
there.
To talk about the Marvel movie machine a little bit, I'll talk a little bit about the new DC situation. I have more excitement at this point for the DC stuff, mostly because the system they're going with right now is James Gunn has been kind of vocal about how he doesn't appreciate that the Marvel system right now is you start making a movie before you have a finished script. Like you say, they will schedule these movies, and that is a hard line in the sand. Like, Disney is saying this has to happen on this date, regardless if there's a script or a director or anything. Like, they will start filming a movie before they have a finished script. They will also start making the ending of the movies before they have a script. Like, they are doing it in a large, like, 3D animation studio house. They will be making the big finale before they even have a finished script. And that's not how you make good movies, generally speaking. And the way DC's been going about it is they don't give a shit about a overarching plan so much. Their whole system right now is if you bring them a script and it's a good script, start making the movie. They are writing first ahead of everything else, which is why they haven't gotten a Batman movie yet, but we're gonna get a Clayface movie before we have a Batman movie, because a good script came in with a talented people attached to it for a body horror R-rated Clayface movie. Like Mike Flanagan. I love Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan's associated with this Clayface movie. So I'm quite excited for a Clayface movie. Even though we haven't gotten, like, this universe's Batman or anything. So I'm kind of into that, because I more care about individual movies than I care about interconnected nonsense. I was so excited for him to make a Resident Evil movie everyone hates. Yeah! DC's doing what Marvel did before Avengers 2, The Search for More Money. Yeah. Did you forget The Batman? So that is not the Batman we will have in this, like, universe. He's his own little separate universe, which is fine. Again, I'm more about, like, just give me good movies. I don't give a shit about your interconnected nonsense. If it's interconnected and it's a good movie, fine, all the better. Like, I really like Peacemaker, and Peacemaker's kind of interwoven into a bunch of this stuff. Great, perfect. But don't think about it too much and don't stress it. Like, they're just going to quietly erase the fact that there was a cameo from, like, the other Justice League and Peacemaker. Good. That's what I'm into. I think we're just gonna take the gnomes rather than going with the fairy flies. They did, Taco, they did. And then they gave up and they just gave James Gunn the reins and said, do what you want to do. And like I said, James Gunn's new system is you bring me a script and you have, like, good writing involved, we'll make the movie. Like, it's not a man in a room writing titles of movies on little placards and stamping them on a timeline. It's literally just scripts and saying, like, all right, how long do you need to make the movie? And that's where it goes on the timeline. That's all they care about right now. And if they stick to that, 200 thumbs up from me. Again, I'm just interested in, like, good movies. That's what I want. Just a recording of the writer's room as they storyboard what a movie could be. Like, criticisms that have come out from the people that work on these movies is to go back to, like, Black Widow. Before they had a finished script, they already had, like, a animatic of the final battle. So, like, when people are sitting down to write a script, no matter what they wanted to write, it had to end with a giant floating prison crashing out of the sky. Because, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars were already spent on animators making that final fight. Needs a Death Stranding thumbs up hardy mode. Yeah! Like! Fey Malevolence. Now, technically, Fey Haunt Garden is enchantment, but Art Sorcerer would be very nice here. Yeah, like, the Pattinson Batman universe, they're gonna keep on doing that. It's just gonna be separate from, like, this current thing they're doing. And again, perfectly fine with that. Like, if this were a Disney product, there would be executives in a room saying, no, we can't do that. That will confuse the movie-going public. It's like, people aren't that invested. Like, come on. But the Penguin show was fantastic. I would like to see more stuff like that. Yeah, like, it seems like at first it worked, and then they had a change in leadership, and it all fell apart with COVID because instead of having, like, any kind of plan, it was just saturation. Like, people weren't gonna go in the movies, so it was make as much as you can for Disney Plus. Regardless of, like, whether or not it was quality or not. Yeah, Art Sorcerer is just a instant grab here, I think. Talk about a boost in damage. We went from 11 damage on our Magic Missile to 29 damage on Magic Missile. Doodle-dee-dee-dee-dee. Give or take a little bit, I did get a hat. Yeah, DC's problem was no plan, and Marvel's is now too much plan. Let's go, team! Doodle-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Every time he launches one of these glass orbs, I'm just gonna, like, disperse it away and just go about my business. Yeah, early Marvel was good because there was a plan, and they were actually, like, writing fucking scripts for their movies. But later on, the plan became, yeah, Samuel L. Jackson's there in the post-credits. I think a big part of it is later movies and TV shows stopped being a standalone movie experience, and they really just became, this is just a bridge to introduce characters that we might use later on. Or in the case of Secret Invasion, why did you release this goddamn TV show? Secret Invasion was so bad. Like, I don't understand how anyone in that room, in any of the rooms where people sit down and are like, are we gonna release this? Like, how they were like, yeah, sure, put it on TV. I don't have a high opinion of the Secret Invasion television show, by the way. Staff of Heaven's Vengeance. Never saw a miniaturization shrine, which is a shame. No longer have material to build off of. Now they have to make everything from scratch. Someone's favorite. I would love to meet someone that actually thinks Secret Invasion is their favorite TV show. Like, not out of, like, anger or disgust, like, I would love to talk to them and, like, hear them pitch to me why it's their favorite. Because, as far as I could tell, it has nothing going for it. Like, the writing is everywhere. It's all over the place. A lot of it doesn't make much sense. Characters show up that do nothing. It kind of undermines other movies and TV shows to a not insignificant degree. It's just bad. And it doesn't feel like anyone's having fun. A big thing for me is you could show me, like, an objectively terrible movie, but if it looks like everyone involved is having a good time, I have a good time too. And this man has watched at least 50 isekai anime. It's true. Like, I will watch garbage. But, like, it's fun to make fun of a bad isekai anime, because you can guess every single thing that's going to happen in the story and just make fun of it and have a good time. Again, watching bad stuff can be fun. But, like, Secret Invasion was joyless. Absolutely joyless. My large team over here. Oh, not everyone's on my team over here. Oh my god. I feel like they never really connect anything. Every movie after Thanos had a lot of loose ends, never got referenced again. Yes, I feel like, as a lot of people have pointed out, Endgame was a line in the sand. Like, it was a culmination. And rather than kind of like either evolving from there, they split their attention like in multiple ways. In some ways, they wanted to start over, which is fair. And that's one option you could do, right? Like, they kind of wanted to start over. Shang-Chi, The Eternals, like, those are first movies. They're introducing new characters. Maybe they're building towards something. So, like, they started doing that. They also, at the same time, tried to just continue. So you have legacy characters showing up that are supposed to replace the old characters. And you have, like, let's explore the ramifications of the blip and the return of people. But they didn't commit to either of those paths, so we kind of just dropped. Like, the Eternals show up, go away, never come back. Shang-Chi shows up, goes away, never comes back. The TV shows introduce characters out of nowhere. Like, fucking... I hate talking about this, but we're gonna keep doing it. At the end of friggin' Lady Hulk, what was her name? She-Hulk. At the end of She-Hulk, spoiler, sorry. Just in walks the Hulk's son. Like, here's my kid. I have a kid. Like, why? Out of nowhere? Like, they split their attention a million ways. What gear do you have? We got Star Blesser, Arcane Helm, Finger 6, Wrath and Silken Links, and a Sorceress Disc. Shulk from Xenosaga. But yes, like, they would keep on introducing things and having them go away and not coming back. It felt like rather than having one plan, they had 4 plans, and they didn't fully commit to any of those things. Where do the imps come from? The imps were not my imps. They're coming from this man. He's doing Prison of Imps on me. The fairies are mine, and the gnomes are mine. And the butterflies are mine. Butterflies and gnomes come from Feyhaunt Garden, and the fairies come from Glittering Dance. We're doing an Arcane Crossfire run. Basically, I generate minions, and my minions cast my magic missile for me at my targets. And the more Finger 6s and the more skills we take to improve number of targets, the more shots I get. So I, at this point, want to take Multimancy. So right now, for my magic missile, I'm getting 5 extra shots. We'll take Multimancy. Now we're getting 7. Yeah, like, I know they wanted to do Young Avengers, but, like, because they're not committing to one pathway, like, these people are gonna be adults. It's like Miss Marvel happened. Lady, that Hawkeye trained. Like, these are all things that happened years ago at this point. Like, I just think the experience of making movies is interesting to me, so I like talking about this kind of stuff. But there's, like, a whole cottage industry of folks that, like, just echo chamber, like, Marvel news? And I'm not a huge fan of that kind of stuff, so I don't like talking about it on stream all that much. But I guess we're not really promoting anything, we're all griping about it. But not griping about it in, like, a lazy way. Like, I would like these things to be better is all. As a fan of movies, I just want to go in and be like, oh, this is fun. Stuff you're talking about is just a factory. Like, to a degree, yes. But, like, there's exceptions to that, and the exceptions are interesting to me. Funny enough, the exceptions are always the ones that, like, are the financial low points. Like, I know Taraxia mentioned the Eternals, and, like, that they like the Eternals. I also kind of like the Eternals, and the Eternals was interesting because, you know, someone with a voice and a vision got to make that movie, and the studio kind of, like, didn't promote it very well. Same thing with the Thunderbolts. Like, I like the Thunderbolts. It was a movie that actually had like a theme, and the writing supported the theme. No one went to see that one. And of course, the Guardian of the Galaxy trilogy, like, it's a super well-contained 3 movies. And I love it. No, Chris, you've just heard me say I like the Eternals enough times. You brainwashed me. The exceptions have to come find me. I'm not doing the work. That's fair. I'm not saying, like, you're wrong for not watching these movies. Like, as a horror movie fan, I'm used to people not seeing the movies I see. That is perfectly fine. Last Marvel movie I saw was Guardians 2. Then I quit Marvel. I would say, Pix, watch Guardians 3 just so you could finish the overarching storyline of those movies. Nor do I think you're saying that. Alright, that's fine. Do 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 do. Couldn't care anymore. Ah, that's fair. Don't watch it if you don't want to watch it. That was more of a if you liked it. Like, it continues being good. Like, those are my 3 favorite Marvel movies. I'm also done with movie theaters, yeah? See, I'm lucky. I go on Tuesday, a movie for me costs $5.75. Remember when they introduced the Black Knight and Blade in the Eternals? Yes, and they never came back. And they never will. Obviously a miniaturization trap. Yes, I'm also a fan of the movie theater. But I live in an area that has, like, A, fairly nice movie theater, B, reasonable prices at the movie theater, and C, a decent audience. Like, when I go home and I see a movie, absolutely horrible theater experience because it's a theater full of people on their phones talking through the fucking movie. Out here, you don't get that, at least. Wesley Snipes is too old to bring Blade back. He was Blade just, what, a year ago? Oh, I forgot the Fae Hunt. Whoopsie-doodles. But yeah. As for a movie that's not part of the, like, giant factory line-out of Marvel experience, or superhero fare in general, Weapons. I definitely recommend Weapons. Weapons is a good time. Stop freezing me. Gonna go see Weapons this week? I had a lot of fun with Weapons. Don't know anything about it. That's exactly how you should see it. I cannot stress enough. Both Zach Kreger's other movie, Barbarian, and this one, do not, like, read up on it. Don't talk to people about it. Just go and see it. If you like, you know, horror movie experiences. If you're not a fan of, like, suspense or horror, probably don't see it. Too loud! Seats suck! Full of people and it's expensive! I'll just watch it home. See you again. Depending on where you are, I completely understand. I'm just lucky to be in an area that has not that problem. Like, my movie theater is cheap. I could see a movie for $5. It's generally not crappy seats. I like the audio being, like, decently loud, so I can really, like, sink into it depending on what I'm watching. Like, everything about, like, I don't have those problems. It's lucky for me, though. See, Nate? That's basically where I am. I will criticize them, because it's fun to think about, like, script structure, pacing. Like, a lot of these movies, I'm just going so I could be, like, in on the cultural zeitgeist and talk with my buddies about it and just have a good time for $5. And then kind of break them down a little bit. Like, I have no regrets when it comes to seeing, like, Fantastic Four. I didn't jive with it super well. It has its problems, but it was fine, ultimately. And I had my fun. You hate the smell of popcorn. Oh, interesting. I'm not a huge popcorn fan myself. I will use my, I'll use my, what is it? My little, like, membership app for the movie theater. And after seeing X movies, I basically get, coupons. So, like, last time I went to the movies, I got myself a little thing of, soft pretzel bites and hot dipping cheese. That's my preferred snack. Even stupid Star Wars 9, which a movie I am angry about, I don't regret it because I have fun talking about it. Yes, montage. You have a landmark and it's cheap on Tuesdays? Cinemark by me, but again, cheap on Tuesdays. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. Oh, good, you're here. I just need to do damage to something that's not arcane immune. So I could generate things that could do lightning damage. Come on, butterflies. Prioritize the problem. Are you immune to dark? You're not. You're shielded, you're shielded. Alright, you don't have a shields. You don't have a shields. Let's just make sure you don't... Ah, damn it. Stop getting shields back. No shields. No shields. No shields. I just don't want to deal with this. There we go. Going to the theater. After coding resilience, since I'm retired, I don't have to do stuff when other folks do them. Yeah, I just go earlier in the day and see my movie. I do miss going to, like, midnight movies, but they don't really do that anymore. Oh yeah, for sure, Nate. Like, that's the biggest example of there was no plan you could point to. It's like, we're gonna make a trilogy of Star Wars movies. Like, how are you gonna do that? I don't know. We'll just hire random people for each movie, and there won't be a plan. Like, are you sure you want to do that? That's true, we do movie nights in the Discord every Wednesday night. Sometimes the night changes, just keep your eyes peeled. Jimmy's there running those. Occasionally I will pop in and do a different movie night every once in a while. Although probably the next thing I'll do is just start showing, I've been enjoying the new City animation. I might just be like, oh, here you go for anyone that hasn't seen City. Maybe a hot take. Aside from the original trilogy, I think Rogue One was the only other great one. Not too hot of a take. Like, Rogue One was pretty good. But Rogue One, I think, is better now that we have the incredible series Andor. Andor is so good. Like, so good. I actively do not care for any of the Star Wars projects that have happened in recent memory, except for Andor. And that's because Andor is just a stellar show. You could just pretend it's not Star Wars, and it's still good, because you don't need to know anything about it. I'll go to bat for the Han Solo movie. I didn't hate the Han Solo movie, I've just kind of forgot about it. But boy, do I love me. Andor. Somehow Andor made a show about Marxism. Disney had no idea. Like, Andor is a show about the struggles of trying to overthrow a government. So, like, being a part of a grassroots movement to topple a regime. And, like, they go into it. Like, it's not a happy show by any means. It's a cast of characters up in there. It's a good time. Generally, it's happening while I'm streaming, so I can't be there very often. Staff of Heaven's Vengeance. Remind me. When you or one of your living or holy allies takes damage from an enemy, this staff deals 7 holy damage to the source. Now, remind me. My butterflies are Demon, Nature, Arcane, and Lightning. They're not living. My gnomes are living. My fairies are also living. Alamancers. What's going on, Talbot? Might take Spell Sniper. What about Conjuration Staff? We do have a surprising number of minion damage, minion health, minion duration. It's like Glitter Dance is not a conjuration skill somehow, despite conjuring things. But Fey Haunt is. Nah. We'll find a better ones. I could take multicolored Rage Rod because Fey Haunt Garden alone is a lot of tags. All spells and skills gain +1 damage for each unique tag amongst the spells you've cast this level. Like, that's +5 damage right there. And then once I cast Disperse, that adds 2 more. That's +7 damage. To all spells and skills. It's not insignificant. But we're only at 175 health. And I could find something better. So I think we'll pop in here instead.
Hey!
What's going on, Iron? Crossfire! A lot of arcane resist going on, which is a bummer. But I do have 10 spell points. We could just take Twilight Gaze and add Arcane Gaze to it. That solves my problem. There we go. Now I could reduce anyone's arcane resist by 50% whenever I dang well please. This is just the pink run. Make everything pink. Butterflies, fairies. Is there any IP that is consistently churning out good content? I feel like if you have a bunch of sequels and prequels, it gonna be mid. What's a property that has been consistent in quality? Now this is a tricky answer I'm gonna give you. But I would argue that at the very least it is consistent in its quality and it's been running for a long time. Child's Play, the Chucky universe. Like, arguably, they've never been high art. But they have consistently maintained their tone and their appeal. Like, Child's Play, the Chucky movies have always been, you know, schlocky horror movies. And there's a clear through line the entire way through. Like, it's stayed consistent the whole time, and it's still going. Like, the TV show was recently on, right? Also, A24 is not so much an IP as it is it's a production studio. They just put money into good projects, and not all of them are perfect, but I do love a lot of A24 movies. Like, at the very least, A24 is always willing to bet the underdog, you know? They will put money in projects that otherwise wouldn't get made, and that's all I want them to do. But an IP is like, you know, Batman is an IP, Star Wars is an IP. A24 has a huge collection of all kinds of stuff. The Japanese Godzilla movies? I feel like the Godzilla stuff definitely has its peaks and valleys. But recently, they're back on the ball. Godzilla Zero is great. Sorry, Godzilla -1. I guess you could cite longer running TV shows, but like, we're looking for one that is good. It's all good, only peaks. I mean, totally, the Japanese Godzilla movies have had, you know, serious events. Like OG Godzilla, Godzilla -1, these are kind of dark, gritty, like grounded, trying to say something, and then like you have the middle of the Toho experience where they are slapstick almost. Spider-Man. 2 dismembered thumbs up. Well, I'm not saying the slapstick was bad. Because again, I just pitched to everybody that I think the Child's Play franchise has basically, it's been a straight line, basically. They've been doing what they want to do and nothing else this entire time for quite a while. Spider-Man 3, Raimi's Spider-Man 3. If you go by Raimi, that one had a lot of production meddling, like a producer meddling. The studio got involved a little bit too much. Aetherlord staff, oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Think about it. How many copies are we getting of our spells? You haven't seen the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans? That is shocking. I mean, Aetherlord staff would be very funny. I kind of want to take it. Let us begin. Just generating lots of fun. The Garfield content. I could generate so many minions. Oh yeah, I am curious about Furnace of Sorcery with Arcane Eyebolts. Whether or not we can get, like, the dogs have the Arcane tag at all, I don't think we can. Yeah, I've enjoyed them. I'm with you. Stop shooting my furnace, stop it! Dicks. There we go. So the dogs are not arcane at the moment, but hopefully when we get the eye bolts, they will be? Again, I'm not totally sure. Let's spread the love out. Move my people around. Like, I wish I could answer the, has there been a consistent IP with something like Aliens or Predator, but, like, my god, that is not true. But I am excited. Like, I've enjoyed Romulus. I liked Prey. I'm excited for Badlands because it's kind of, like, gently mixing the two together. I'm excited for Alien Earth, but... my god. If you want to talk about bad movies... it doesn't get much worse than Alien vs. Predator 2. Yeah, definitely not Hellraiser. There have been some really bad Hellraiser movies. You love Prey? Prey was really good. And again, I'm excited for the upcoming one. Alright, when there's 1,000 eyeballs, we're gonna crank this up to turbo. Turbo. There is a review that said Alien Earth is like Andor for Alien. You see, you can't say something like that. That's gonna make me too excited. Because again, I really liked Andor. Like, Andor was a prestige TV experience for me, for sure. But again, I have high hopes for Alien Earth. They're not leaning too hard on their just being xenomorphs. They're introducing some new life forms. That's exciting. Same thing with Predator Badlands. You know, they're on a planet with, like, a lot of weird stuff going on. And from the story, it sounds like it's not just Weyland-Yutani. There's another company involved, which would be a fun exploration of, like, just the late stage, like, corporatism nonsense of that universe. There's hope. There's hope. And I love the Alien universe. I love the Alien universe. I have the Twilight Gaze over and over again. Right? It looks like there's a lot of fun design on work for Badlands. And Elle Fanning looks like she's having a lot of fun being the synth for that movie. That said, for anyone that saw Romulus, the guy who played David in that movie, my god, what a good job. Or what was his name? David? I can't remember. The synth in that movie was, like, stellar. Can't remember what his name was, though. Lightning Warp, Hungry Dead, Dragon Lord. This is a reroll. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see Badlands. Would the 28 Days Later movies count for a consistent IP? Maybe. I thought 28 Days Later was great. I love 28 Days. And I thought 28 Years Later was good. Like, I rather liked it, but it was weird. It's one of those movies I want to talk about, but, like, until more people have seen it, I don't want to, like, spoil things. But I liked it. It's just, it makes some strange choices that I can't talk about yet. But 28 Months Later is a little middling, but it's not bad. I would accept that. That's a fairly consistent one, but only has 3 entries. With the android kung fu fight, I was gonna say, like, I don't remember an android kung fu fight. Was it weeks later? I would say months later. Yeah, I don't remember anything about it, but I remember not really getting behind it when I saw it in theaters. It also had a completely different creative team behind it. Like, it didn't have, I didn't realize there have been 49 seasons of Super Sentai. This was my answer. They always seem to be at least okay. That's, you know what? Yeah. Power Rangers, or in the case of, like, the Super Sentai experience, very consistent. Yeah, like, it didn't have, Alex Garland wasn't involved, and it didn't have, Danny Boyle. I would say that there wasn't the original series Star Trek movie I didn't like, even the ones that really weren't that good. See, that's the trick. Like, if we're talking about quality, that's different, because, like, I like really bad movies. Like, my pitch is, like, Child's Play, because, say what you will, but, like, they're pretty, like, even keel. Like, there isn't any hard drops in quality or super peaks. They're just consistent. Unlike, you know, Friday the 13th, Halloween, any other, like, 80s long-running horror franchise, they are bad. The Transfer series! Where's the ban button on my little device here? Ignore how I wanted to throw myself out a window for 1/3 of them. I should have just taken the little jar on the other floor. I shouldn't have re-rolled. Troll-blooded Trancers? Listen, not liking Trancers is for squids, alright? Say what you will about the Trancers franchise, but we still quote it all the time. Part of my stupid, like, vernacular now is changed forever because of Trancers. I've shown Trancers in the Discord. Some of you know what we're talking about. Yeah, I might just take the Amber Cube. Yeah, we'll just take the Holy Cube. Yes, you have. The top note abbreviated that way, yeah. Yeah, Fast and Furious, I would argue, like, the first 3 aren't very good because they hadn't really gotten their stride yet, but from 4 and on, like... Show Trancers every few months. We gotta have a marathon of all the Trancers movies, because my god, the quality drop in the sequels, and that is a shocking statement to make if you've seen the first one, but the quality drop-off is intense. Like, the first Trancers movie kind of has a bit of a budget. Not much of one, but it has a budget. Woo. When you get to the 4th and 5th ones, they're just filming in a Renaissance park somewhere, like an off-season Renaissance fair location. It is dire. What are we talking about? A movie series called Trancers. It is a sci-fi time travel experience. He goes to the past room. He's fighting an evil wizard. Like, the Trancer sequels go from, like, sci-fi exclusively to, like, are they fighting a wizard? Is that a wizard? God, I love those movies. They're so stupid. They are amazing. I hate time travel stuff in general. Well, this isn't like, you know, hard sci-fi. This is like, the villain is, they never tell you exactly what a trancer is, so it's hard to explain, but like, the villain is like a weird vampire, except he does like mind control stuff, and mind controlled people are called like squid brains. It's dog shit sci-fi, yes. It's just amazing though. Like, it's one of my favorite parts about it. If you watch the trailer for Trancers, you actually get a scene of it. He will be having a conversation while driving a car, and he drives the car like this the entire time. And it's such bad acting for driving a car. My god. It's so funny though. So time travel through the lens of someone on a lot of cocaine. And the actress in it? Is it Jodie Foster? Like, it's someone important. There aren't any weebs here, are there? Are you referring to weebs as in someone that watches a lot of anime? No. No one here watches anime. Helen Hunt! Thank you, yes, it's Helen Hunt. Young Helen Hunt. Super Hot, what's going on? As I improve that car driving stance. Yeah, no one here's ever heard of anime before. What, are you kidding me? I will say, when it comes to Kaiju number 8, first episode of season 2 was very disappointing, but I do think it's picked up the pace. I'm into it now. I'm enjoying it. But I like shonen bullshit. No one here's actually been to Japan. No. I generate so many minions, man. Alright, let's throw a Furnace of Sorcery down. Just looked up the new Toxic Avenger film, and disappointed to see it's not Trauma. So Lloyd Kaufman is a producer on it, is my understanding, and he has been, like, on set with everybody. But they're definitely, like, in the vein of it. Trancers 2 is best summed up by its Wikipedia plot entry. 3-paragraph and nothing happens in any of them. Yeah. Are you an enemy spider? Bang. Oh yeah, it's definitely not for everybody. But again, I have a high tolerance for shonen garbage. Like, when I start something, it has to get really bad for me to drop it. Because I have a tendency to just, like, want to see where it goes, even when it's not very good. I just instantly generate all these little friends, and then I teleport them out into the world to fight for me. That's why I try not to watch really bad stuff. It's like, part of me always was curious about, like, The Big Bang Theory, just because so many people watch it. But I don't want to end up in a situation where I'm hate-watching 1,000 episodes of something that dire. No judgment if you like Big Bang Theory. Except for you, Mud. Judging you. No, you could like Big Bang Theory, that's okay. It's not high art like Young Sheldon, on the other hand. Now that's a TV show everyone can enjoy. Young Sheldon's for everybody, right? So much judgment. Go forth, infant friends. Yes, my grandma and my mom both love Young Sheldon and Big Bang Theory. And because it's about nerds, they will talk to me about it all the time. Or at least they did when, like, they were both on the air consistently. Now that they're over, I'm free, but my grandma would just be like, do you know about blank? It was on Big Bang Theory. I'm like, oh my god. I don't watch that show. They went the whole episode without telling a joke, but the laugh track was still going, right? Your mom's in the same boat? Like, when we talk about, like, movies and TV shows, every once in a while I like to remind myself that even though, like, these are popular things, they're big things, they are nothing. They are drop in the bucket when you compare them to stuff like Big Bang Theory, which has way more viewers than any of the things we're talking about for the most part. Or if you really want to talk about, like, everybody's in on it except for me, or probably you guys as well, Yellowstone. Like, holy shit. Like, everybody watches Yellowstone if you look at the numbers for Yellowstone. And I've never seen Yellowstone before, but, like, every family member that isn't, like, my brothers and sisters watch Yellowstone. Like, they will talk to each other about it, and I don't know what they're talking about all the time. That's how very autistic... What? Whoa. I tried, but I didn't like Yellowstone. Like, it doesn't seem like my kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, your folks... Yeah. I bet you almost everyone in chat has a family member that is into Yellowstone. Like, the numbers on that are insane. Everyone watches Yellowstone. Like, when we talk about, like, Star Wars TV shows, that's a drop in the bucket compared to people, the sheer number of people that watch Yellowstone. It is nuts. You have to be over 65 to like it. And, like, it's got star power behind it, man. I've never heard of Yellowstone until now. Like, one of the seasons has goddamn, what's his face? It has, Han Solo is in it. What was his goddamn name? Like, we got Kevin Costner is in it. I can't believe I am forgetting my, like, one of my childhood heroes' names right now. That's how bad I am right now in terms of being tired and anxious. Harrison Ford, thank you. Avatar: The Last Airbender, that was a masterpiece. I mean, I enjoyed The Last Airbender. Yeah, I know! Enon, I know. But it happens to everybody. You've all had those moments where you're just like, I can't believe I can't remember the name of actor I've watched 1,000 movies of. It happened. It comes for us all. And yet I remembered, fucking... I just said his name. Kevin Costner. Like, I remember Kevin Costner's name. That's weird. It's always terrible when the brain rot claims a vital brain cell. Yep, daily basis. But Joe, everyone above a certain age seems to watch Yellowstone. It's just super, super popular. Also, how you doing, Joe? How are you now? Lightning artist. This could get a little rough. I remember that one guy's name, though. Oh, yeah? That one guy? Yeah, I'm bad at names in general, so I'm typically not remembering a lot of their names, but Harrison Ford, I mean, like, I grew up watching all of his movies. Here's your AARP card and your subscription to, I assume it's Peacock, I want to say. It's either Peacock or Paramount Plus. One of them is Yellowstone. Whichever one doesn't have Star Trek on it. See, Lightning Artist could get ugly, but I'm kind of into trying. Because they have Chain Lightning, and we're going to be there with a lot of minions. The Chain Lightning's going to get us. A Living Claw, though, would be good. Oh, it's time now. I want to see if our dogs get the Arcane tag. Fortunately, my parents only have Netflix and Prime. Peacock Plus or Paramount Cock, one of those two. One of those two. Well, good God. Who's Fleshbounds? Fleshbound Driders. I didn't even notice.
Thank you.
Alas, they do not count as arcane minions. We can't make some sort of broken infinite loop. I figured as much. Like, I would remember, I think. All the same, though, that'll be powerful. And the fact that they are still casting our magic missile means they'll have Crossfire with all my other minions. So still a strong thing to have going on. Jormungandr or Pope? Let's go for Jorgamansters. He's gonna shuffle the level. That is fine. No one listened to you, even when they're feeding you absolute garbage. Repeatedly explained to my teachers in middle school that I did not have trouble discerning what other people felt to throw out was not fun. Yeah. Agency is rough for kids. My god. That was a good cast. That is stellar stuff. The dogs pair with Arcane Crossfire so well. Look at them go! Alright, I gotta disperse them so they have line of sight more often.
Very good.
Yeah, I want to slow this down so we can really enjoy the fireworks show. Bang, 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 bang. Like, every time a dog shoots, 7 of my minions also shoot. And for every 40 damage, my Star Blesser is going off. This is just a massacre, man. Everything is dead except for the minion that gains resistance based on what hurts him. So of course he's okay. Well, once I get line of sight, I'm gonna remove some of that resistance. Alright, so let's do Twilight Gaze. Doot, doot. What if I also Fey Haunted Garden again here? Man, that's a lot of holy bolts going off. Heavenly Blast, rather. R.I.P., sir. That's a lot of dogs. They should definitely get Arcane. I imagine it's for the very reason that if we had it, if a dog with an Arcane tag shot a magic missile, the dog next to him would then respond by shooting a magic missile, which means that dog would then shoot a magic missile, so like it would probably be an infinite loop. But that said, there's already possibilities for infinite loops. Like, we've done one before with, we had Poison Sting with the Quill, and I can't remember the builds, but we had, like, unlimited Quill shots. Replica. Wizard Replica with the Quill Staff. Like, that could make an infinite loop if you and a replica are both next to each other and you both see the same target. So that was busted fun. 13 spell points. Alright, well, time to grab some fun stuff. Crackle Void, obviously. I think we could ignore a lot of the other stuff. Master Space is nice, but I think Crackle Void. And Disintegrator. Do. Go on, shuffle the level. I need targets. You've only doomed yourself by putting me here. The fairies will heal me. Heal me, fairies. Heal, Daddy. But the dogs beget yet more dogs. That's the real power of them. So every time a dog shoots a magic missile, anyone that is on my team that sees that magic missile will also shoot a magic missile, thus generating more dogs, triggering more disintegrate. This level is going to be filled with doggies. Back in my day, we just called that dry humor. British wit. Now I'll send my children off into the worlds. Not that I am hurting on lack of kids here. Mordred's screwed already. He's gonna die in a second. Oh, there he goes. Jesus. He died again. Two very rapid deaths there. Yeah, you can already see how much faster it runs since the AI change. Like, this would be real slow in the previous versions. I desire teleport. I want blink. Home movies and Monty Python. As someone else that grew up with Monty Python, I understand. Jesus. Home Movies was very good. This is disgusting. Like, just the dogs getting support fire from everyone else. Poor Mordred. It's gonna be over before I learn Blink at this rate. Where'd Mordred go? Oh, Mordred, that's a bad spot for you, dude. That's the only safe haven you have, my friend. I'm just watching all of his shields disappear because of, Disintegrate. Sweet Jesus. He's on his last life already. Mordred, stay in the wall. Don't get out. Just stay in there, dude. Dr. Katz? I haven't thought about that in a while. Dr. Katz, the critic. That was a similar experience. Not that I've seen that in 1,000 years. Deep cut for sure, yep. Like, it's no surprise. We knew coming in that this was going to be a very strong build, but I didn't consider how over-the-top Furnace of Sorcery was going to push this. Like, this is gross. I feel bad. Like, A, we got 7 trillion dogs instantly. But B, all of my Arcane buddies are shooting as well. So that was gross. Good builds. Like, we didn't take any straightforward conjuration stuff. We took, as a result of damage conjuration, which is pretty fun. Like, you could go probably harder if you wanted to, just by taking, Fey Quartz, the one that generates fairies, like, same turn. That way you have firing buddies. But it's a lot more fun just starting with Disperse, which counts as X casts, like X being number of minions that you're moving around, enemies rather. So that instantly generates a good number of fairies. And then if you have Feyhaunt Garden, that also generates a bunch of butterflies. If you take the gnomes, you're generating a bunch of gnomes to start. So like, Violent Warp on Disperse, immediately you're making a bunch of minions. Arcane Crossfire is immediately going off. And then Furnace of Sorcery is just pumping out dogs that are also shooting, and your Arcane Crossfire is going off based on their shots as well. That's fair enough. Again, I haven't seen either of those shows in a long time. Was Dr. Katz the one that was wobbly all the time? Like moving line work? Yeah. Yeah, the Brendan Small style of a constantly wiggly outline. Alright, let's post-mortem this run. Obviously, Magic Missile. First, so many floors are gonna burn through real quick. You couldn't stand, like, the moving line work? I appreciated so that, like, home movies, Dr. Katz, like, the Brendan Small style. I like that it's different. Like, generally speaking, clean, static lines are what you expect. Yeah, Dr. Katz and home movies. Interesting. Home movies didn't bother you, but Dr. Katz did. Again, it's been a while. I don't remember them being that different in how they did the moving lines. It was different, yeah. Squiggle vision. Like, home movies, it was also the character design. Like the shirts would just blend into their hands, like... They were strange. It was a fun style. I liked it. Magic Missile, Disperse. When do things get wacky? Now we have Crossfire. So the damage jump is significant. And a lot more Magic Missiles going off. 26 Heavenly Blasts. Once we see more skills pop up, the number of Heavenly Blasts is going to jump up dramatically. Just let the voice actors get from point A to point B. Yeah. Ba-ba. Heavenly Blast, Magic Missile. We have our Feyhaunt Garden. We have our Guardian Gnomes. Here we go. Void Lord, Art Sorcerer in one go. So, 30 Magic Missiles, 17 Heavenly Blasts. On the next floor, Heavenly Blast, 44, 39 Magic Missiles. Like, the jump is significant. Because the damage amount per magic missile goes up, so we got a lot more Heavenly Blasts. And the Heavenly Blast damage went up. So a lot of Heavenly Blast damage. But really, I want to see when we take the Furnace. The Furnace is where fun stuff starts. And here we go. Here's our Furnace. And then when we take Arcane Eye Bolts, yes. So next floor. 8,000 Heavenly Blast, 7,000 Furnace Hound, 2,000 Magic Missile, Wrath Links and Silken Links both popping off. What's going on, Gasso? And 224 Heavenly Blasts. Yeah. That was a fun build. Very, very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. Alright. I'm gonna go pee. When I come back, we'll figure out what we're doing. I know clean fall is something I need to look at, so maybe clean fall. Very sparkly indeed. Very sparkly. Time to piss. It's pissing time.